What's up, Turbo Tribe? Welcome back to the channel where we don't just talk about cars, so we dive into them, breathe them in, and bring you every curve, every rev, and every thrill right to your screen. Today, we're taking you into the world of a compact crossover that's been quietly winning hearts all over the globe. It's stylish, it's athletic, it's surprisingly premium for its segment, and for 2026, it's sharper than ever. Buckle up, because we're about to get under the skin of the brand new 2026 Mazda CX-30. Exterior now, before we even start driving, the first thing that hits you is the way this thing looks. Mazda has absolutely mastered the art of making a crossover look like it's in motion even when it's parked. Up front, you get that signature Mazda Kodo design language, which somehow manages to be elegant and aggressive at the same time. The grille is slightly larger for 2026, finished in a dark gloss mesh that gives it a sportier edge, framed by slimmer LED headlights that have this almost predatory squint. The lower bumper has been sculpted with more definition, adding subtle but effective aerodynamic shapes. It's a face that says, I might be a compact crossover, but I'm here to make a statement. Move to the side and you really appreciate Mazda's attention to proportion. The roofline arcs gently towards the back, giving it a coupe-like profile without compromising headroom too much. For 2026, Mazda has introduced new wheel designs, ranging from 17-inch alloys on the base trims to sleek 19-inch machine finish trims on the top models. The side cladding has been slightly refined so it blends more naturally into the body, and the subtle character line running from the front fender through to the taillights catches light in a way that feels almost handcrafted. You also get new color options this year, including a deep metallic blue and a stunning burnt copper shade that looks like it belongs on a concept car. At the back, the 2026 CX-30 keeps its tight, athletic stance but gets some tasteful updates. The LED taillights have been reshaped for a more modern, horizontal look, and they're connected visually by a black trim strip that gives a wider, more planted feel. The rear bumper has cleaner lines, and depending on the trim, you can get dual chrome exhaust tips that hint at the fun you can have behind the wheel. There's a small but perfectly integrated roof spoiler, and the rear hatch has been subtly reshaped to improve aerodynamics while keeping that premium, sculpted feel. Interior: step inside, and this is where the CX-30 really starts to punch above its weight. Mazda's interiors have been compared to entry-level luxury brands for a while now, and the 2026 model doubles down on that reputation. The cabin feels minimalistic but warm, with a blend of soft-touch materials, stitched leather surfaces, and subtle metallic accents that create a genuinely upscale atmosphere. The driving position is spot on, with a slightly raised view that gives you confidence without feeling disconnected from the road. For 2026, the infotainment screen is now a sharper, 12.3-inch display sitting elegantly atop the dash, paired with Mazda's intuitive rotary controller so you're not smudging the screen with fingerprints. Wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are standard, and higher trims add a premium Bose audio system that's crisp, clear, and immersive. The seating has also been improved for better comfort on long drives, with new cushioning materials and subtle contour changes. In the front, you get excellent lumbar support, while the rear seats, though still snug for taller passengers, offer good legroom for the segment. The cargo area remains competitive, and the rear seats fold down easily to expand the space for larger hauls. Small details like the leather-wrapped steering wheel, tactile climate control knobs, and perfectly damped switchgear all contribute to the sense that this is a car built with care. Performance-wise, Mazda is keeping things interesting. The base engine is a refined 2.5-liter four-cylinder, now slightly tweaked for smoother power delivery and better fuel efficiency. It produces around 191 horsepower, which is more than enough for city driving and highway cruising. But the real excitement comes from the optional turbocharged 2.5-liter, which pushes out a strong 250 horsepower and 320 pounds-feet of torque when running on premium fuel. Paired with the 6-speed automatic transmission that shifts smoothly but decisively, the turbo model transforms the CX-30 into a genuinely spirited drive. Mazda's G-Vectoring Control Plus is standard across the range, subtly adjusting torque distribution to keep handling balanced and natural through corners. All-wheel drive is standard on most trims for 2026. Which means it's ready for all-weather confidence without sacrificing agility. Fuel economy is solid too, with the BAS engine delivering around 28 miles per gallon combined and the turbo still managing respectable numbers given the performance it offers. Mazda's suspension tuning strikes that elusive balance between firmness for handling and compliance for comfort, making the CX-30 feel nimble yet composed over rougher roads. This is one of those crossovers where you actually look forward to the twisty back road detour on your commute. When it comes to pricing, Mazda continues to position the CX-30 as a premium choice in the mainstream segment without overreaching. The 2026 model starts at around $26,000 for the BAS trim, climbing to just over $36,000 for a fully loaded turbo model with all the bells and whistles. Given the level of design, build quality, and driving enjoyment on offer, that's a strong value proposition. Plus, with Mazda's solid reliability reputation and an increasingly refined brand image, it feels like money well spent. So, after spending time with the 2026 Mazda CX-30, what's the verdict? This is a crossover that blends style, substance, and soul in a way very few competitors manage. It's compact enough to handle urban life with ease, but it's engaging enough to make you want to take the long way home. The updates for 2026 aren't revolutionary, but they are smart, focused, and well executed, keeping the CX-30 fresh and competitive in a crowded market. If you want a crossover that makes you smile every time you walk up to it in the driveway, and one that rewards you every time you slide behind the wheel, this is a car you absolutely have to consider. That's it for today's deep dive, Turbo Tribe. If you enjoyed this review, smash that like button, drop your thoughts about the 2026 CX-30 in the comments, and make sure you're subscribed with notifications on so you don't miss our next drive. Until next time, keep your engines running, your spirits high, and I'll see you in the next one.